well, they're seen as an appealing alternative by young men with no jobs and no hope. A warning that Boko Haram may be winning the hearts and minds of a region's disaffected youth. It was a tragedy at sea that should have been averted. At least 300 migrants died in the Mediterranean trying to cross from Africa to Europe. A president speaks to his people. Jacob Zuma is due to deliver his State of the Nation address in South Africa. And is this the solution for Ethiopia's traffic gridlock? Plans are unveiled for a metro system which will revolutionize transport in Addis Ababa. Nigeria's President Goodluck Jonathan says he has no influence on the Election Commission's decision to postpone the country's election by 6 weeks. INEC cited concerns over the distribution of voter ID cards and the security situation in the northeast as its reasons for the delay. And the president believes that the most important thing is to hold elections that are fair, free and credible. Well, part of the reason for delaying the election was to allow the security situation in the northeast to ease. But there are fears tonight that Boko Haram has made real inroads amongst disaffected young men and will be very difficult for security forces to defeat, particularly in just 6 weeks. Lindsay Kenwright reports on the situation along the Nigeria-Niger border.
Niger's government have declared a state of emergency in the Diffa region, which lies along the border with Nigeria. This area has been attacked repeatedly by Boko Haram in recent days. Now a parliament decision by Niger means they will take the fight with Boko Haram onto foreign soil.
I say that Boko Haram has no future. We will, if God wishes, defeat Boko Haram. Boko Haram has no future in our sub-region.
1,300 kilometres to the east, the attack has forced Niger to go on the offensive. But not everyone agrees with the strategy.
Perhaps by sending our military over there, Boko Haram are going to come over more often to do things that aren't right. I don't think it's good.
It needs to be done soon because it's really important for us to be able to protect the hopes of the nation, of Nigerians here. So it's a good decision.
Around 3,000 fighters from Niger and thousands from Chad are lining the border in position. Boko has increased in numbers after winning the hearts and minds of unemployed and disillusioned youth in Nigeria.
Those young people are attracted by other offers, by other opportunities for work, which are those offered by Boko Haram, which may be diabolical offers, but without having a stable job, there is no choice for them. They have to go the way of the devil. These people find themselves between a rock and a hard place. Either poverty, unemployment and being beholden to their parents, or joining Boko Haram. I think maybe the lesser evil for them was to go where they could eat every day, there where they feel strong, proud, get some recognition. All that is important, all this has led in a few months to a critical mass of young people that have joined Boko Haram.
Niger now must match its conviction with action on the ground. But ridding itself of Boko Haram won't be a rapid process. Lindsay Kenwright, Arise News.
Well, the United Nations has warned that efforts to tackle Ebola must continue unabated. New figures show that the number of new cases is increasing once again, and the UN's World Health Organization says the disease continues to pose a grave threat to West Africa. The WHO says that international efforts to tackle the virus have been impressive and effective, but must not stop now. Lindsay Kenwright has this report for Africa Round.
Bodies being buried, victims of Ebola, but where will it end? The UN is blaming the practice of unsafe burials as the reason for the recent increase in new cases of the deadly disease. The number of people in Guinea with Ebola has now doubled, according to Guinean officials, ending the period of decline in cases.
Unsafe burials are one of a number of practices that are probably still driving the problem. That is probably the most difficult one to address, without a doubt.
While progress is still being made to fight Ebola, the outbreak is not yet under control, and officials warn against complacency.
In the last week, 124 confirmed cases were reported. That's 25 more cases than the previous week. And I think what this reminds us is that in a situation like this, there will always be volatility. Numbers will go up and down, but the more we're able to actively seek out cases and follow up their contacts, the better our results will be.
German drug maker Stada is launching a new test that will diagnose the disease in minutes, aiming at slowing the spread of the virus. However, these new cases highlight the difficulties authorities in Guinea, Sierra Leone and Liberia are facing in their attempts to fight the disease that has killed nearly 9,000 people. Lindsay Kenwright, Arise News.